just going to go ahead and give y'all a little bit of a tutorial of how to raise and lower foundations. This is Vape Train playing on the ScorchedEarthKindaVanilla server. So right here we've got a line of well, actually I'm not on the server right now. I'm doing little test things so I can do this. So we've got our foundations like this. As you can blatantly tell, there's no way that I can place another stone foundation right here because it's too low. And then over here, it's just way too high. So, I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. I tried recording this the other night while I was building a protective wall around our base, but I was drunk, couldn't seem to get things to work out right. So I'm just going to do a quick, easy tutorial to make things a little bit easier to work with. So, if you want to raise a foundation, you pop a pillar on there, and you notice that it just tries to go down. So what you do is you pop a ceiling, and then you pop another pillar. Now they'll start to overlap, and you'll notice the different stripes. Notice how there's two strips of wood on each. That'll let you know how many are overlaid there. You don't actually need to put a ceiling on top, because I know most of the time you would overlap the pillars and then pop a ceiling right on top. But you don't really need to do that if it's only going up by one spot. If you needed to go up higher, you could do that. So we're going to sit here and just a light rotation. If you're going left to right on the screen, it normally will cycle through the different positions where you can do it. And there we go. We have a flush, snapped in additional foundation. That is actually completely fine. So, and I'm going to give no, I'll test that stuff out later, but I'm going to go ahead and demo all this. Now, that is how you raise a foundation. Now, I've noticed that sometimes whenever I come to a place, I can't do it specifically that direction at the time. Like either there's some weird thing about how it's snapping or whatnot. What I like to do is I will basically with the thatch foundations, I do this with lowering as well, is I'll do a rotation around. So like I'll toss down a thatch foundation, throw up another ceiling, get the whole raising aspect going or the lowering aspect going, and I'll go kind of in a spiral around where I'm trying to get this placed. So this doesn't want to place, so I'll just I don't know, chuck one more ceiling on top and then chuck another pillar on there. See, three strips, and this should be able to place that next. There we go. So this is up higher, and then I would just, wherever I needed to, I just come over and I place another foundation. It works out really great that way, but that's just what I do when it gets imperative. Like I can't seem to get things to go straight. I have to work around it. So that makes it a lot easier. Yeah, it's resource heavy at times, but it's not really that big of a deal. You're building in thatch first, and you're only placing in whatever your foundation you want it to be in. So this is also the process of stacking foundations. Like you saw how I just did that, how I did the whole wraparound. Well, you could have done that higher and then just added another foundation on top. It allows for additional defense and everything else. So over here, I needed to go lower. Just pop a pillar in. Ta-da! And then you should be able to come over here and try to snap a foundation lower. Now, you notice how this is just too high of a drop-off. There's no way that it'll snap where I need it to go. But it'll snap off to the side here. That's when the whole going around thing comes in handy. So, pop down a thatch foundation that goes lower than the foundations I'm trying to work with. Pop another pillar. And do the same thing right next to it. See if it'll snap. If it'll snap a little bit lower, and if it doesn't, go a little bit further out until it snaps a little bit lower. You never seem to want to work with me while I'm doing a video. It worked fine when I was, doing it on the server, but well, yeah, basically you rotate around, you do that as much as you can until you can finally get it down to the level you need. I have not actually seen a way of doing additional lowering. Like, either I just can't find it, or I'm special, or something like that. I'm not sure. If it doesn't work from one direction, you can always try it from a different direction. Like over here. Oh, that's... can actually place that one there. Did that lower? No, it did not. But this is still actually in alignment with those foundations that we're working on right now. So I can go ahead, I can pop another pillar in the center, and I can try to see if it will lower. There we go, that one lowered. Awesome. So I can delete this stuff. Destroy, destroy, demolish, demolish. And I can see if I can do another foundation connect to this. No, I cannot. So I'm just going to pop in another pillar. I'm going to do it another time until it finally gets low enough that I can actually do it to the one in front of me. Which, yeah, sometimes, as I said, it gets resource heavy, but if you're doing it in thatch first off, you don't have to worry about it, and then you just pop right on here, and you do a lowered foundation. So that's how you lower and raise foundations. That's also a small little thing on how to stack foundations if you want. I can do, like, I'll just do a quick one of stacking. Basically, you do the pillar, you do ceiling, do another pillar, another ceiling. What was that one? That was like 3 high before, so we're gonna try to do 4 high. So 7. There's ceiling. 7 again. So let's see. Can I stack this one right on top of this one and not replace it? I think I can. Yep, that's stacking foundations. 3 layers of foundations, one on top of the other. That is ridiculous. Oh, Ark. Oh, how the flaws are solid. Well, yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Hope this was informative. Make sure to like, subscribe, come back and see me again. Catch you next time.